Hello my gorgeous little pumpkins out there and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to talk about products I love so much that I had to buy more, either more colors or backups. I was inspired to do this video from Teresa from Teresa's Dead as well as Angelica Nikoviz. I thought their videos were so interesting that I wanted to do a version of my own and talk about some of my most loved products. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bree and I'm just a crazy lover of all things beauty, and I like to post a lot of fun and colorful makeup content. I like to do a lot on indie makeup, so if that is what you're into, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. With that being said, let's get into this video. So let's get into this. I have an array of products here. I have some complexion, I have some eye products, cheek products, and lip products. Now, I'm not mentioning everything in my collection that I have multiple colors of or backups. I just wanted to focus on like the really love stuff and things that I bought several times, like here and there. I didn't want to include things that I bought in like an entire collection or I bought all the shades together at one time. I wanted to pick things that I was like, ooh, that's good, I picked it up again. Ooh, that's good, I picked up another one, like things like that. So I wanted to keep this condensed because I have done videos on my channel where I talk about my like top faves in like every like makeup category. For like eyeshadow palettes, I just did one. For bronzers and highlighters, I did one. For blushes as well as lip products. So I didn't want to repeat myself too much, but I'll link all those videos below if you want to check them out. I just focus on like a few in each category of like my most favorite thing that I went more than once back for buying, maybe 2 or 3 times I picked up these products. So I'm going to start off with complexion. So the two things that I'm about to mention in the complexion category are things I don't think you can get anymore. At least I haven't seen them for a while. But the first one is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Powder. I adore this powder. It is a holy grail for me. So when I saw that this was like getting like really highly discounted, and I heard a lot of people saying that this wasn't coming back, I was devastated, guys. I love this powder so much. This is an empty right here that I had to buy backups. I was like, no, I don't want to know what it's like to be without this powder because it sets my face so well. It's mattifying, but it doesn't make my skin look super dry. It makes my makeup last all day. It's like the best powder for oily skin, and it has this pleasant peach scent because I do like scented products. I know some people don't, but I think it's pretty. It has like a light pink tint to it, so it doesn't like leave a cast on my face, and it just set my face so beautifully and made everything look smooth as well. Like all the pores were gone on my face. So I literally bought like a backup, and then I was like, you know what, that's not enough. So then I bought 2 more backups. So I have 3 of these powders, and I'm gonna cherish these forever. I know it's not always a good idea to get backups, but these are my most favorite powders, and I have yet to find anything comparable. Like, this is so good. So I don't know why all the things I really love end up getting discontinued. And then going on to one primer product that I wanted to mention, and I think it's the only primer I bought a second one of. Other things I like just went ahead and tried other things, is the Varsali Liquid Powder Oil Balancing Serum. Now, Varsali finally came back because for a while they took a break, and I have yet to see this come back on their website, or at least the last time I checked it wasn't there. You guys will have to let me know, is it there? Because if it is, I'll be so happy. But this is an empty right here. This is the best primer for oily skin. Now, if you have dry skin, you would probably hate this product because it does dry down to a powder finish and it really mattifies the skin. But this is the best primer if I want my makeup to be long wearing. I don't want to get really oily through the day. It will just keep me matte for a very long time, and I just love it so much. I'm like, this is the best primer, and I think the only primer that has ever worked that well for my oily skin. But I did buy a backup before it went completely away. It was on sale, and honestly, I wish I bought more than just one backup because I don't know if they're gonna bring this back to their lineup because it's not there, and it's so good, and this is amazing. It's so good for oily skin types, and I just feel like all the things I'm loving, they're taking away from me, especially like the mattifying products. Now, going on to foundations, I have 3 here that they were so good I had to buy other shades because I wanted to make sure I had a shade no matter what time of the year it is, because in the summertime I get tan, In the wintertime, I start to fade and get a little lighter. So I needed a light shade and a dark shade, and I have 3 foundations that I have done that with. Of course, my tried and true holy grail foundation, which is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is my event makeup, going to parties makeup, going to a wedding, or like I'm just going somewhere where I want my makeup to last all day. I want to look like a smooth canvas, no imperfections, like it's full coverage, mattifying, super long wearing, OG from YouTube days. I have a lighter shade and a darker shade, and I never want to not have this be an option. No matter what time of the year it is, I need this to be something I can use. Another one that is super high coverage and lasts really well on the skin. I don't think it lasts as long as the Estee Lauder Double Wear, but the Pure 401 Love Your Selfie Foundation. I actually seen a lot of people with other skin types really love this, from dry skin to normal skin, because it's a nice, I would say, satin matte foundation. It's super full coverage, and they have so many color options. I think there's like 100 shades now. I don't think Ulta has 100 shades, but if you go on Pure's website, there's 100 shades. There's so many different undertones and shade and options. I love how inclusive that is. Super high coverage. It also has a spoolie too, because you can use these products like concealers or contours if you get like a lighter shade or a darker shade, or you have a pump. So I like that you have 2 options of applying these. I have the shade MN5 and TN3, so a tan shade and a medium neutral shade. These are so good. And then the last one is the KBD True Portrait Liquid to Powder Foundation. So if you have dry skin, you would probably hate these because it dries down to a powder finish, but I have 2 shades because I like to have one for the winter time. I like to have one for the summertime. I have medium 27 and medium 54. This wears really nicely. It has more of a medium coverage. You have to shake it up to like get all of the product mixed up. There's like a little ball in here, and it has a squeezy applicator. It's not necessarily my favorite because you have to squeeze it very hard to get the product out. And it is more on the liquidy side, but it definitely dries down to a powder finish. So good for oily skin. I mean, obviously there's a trend here. Most of my products I'm showing you are oily skin friendly. So good. So I have to have my summer shade and my winter shade. So those are the 3 foundations I love so much. I had to get more of. So now going on to, I guess we should do cheek products. Seems like the plausible next step to go, or should we go eye products? You know what, let's do eye products. I only have 3 to mention. I didn't want to mention some that I ended up having issues from buying multiple of, so we're just gonna leave those alone. But of course, Super Shock shadows. I love these. So many people love them. I have so many of them. I bought a lot through the years. I think this is such a good one and done kind of product. They're creamy, they're easy to use, they're super sparkly. They have different formulas, like some that are more like intense with the sparkle that has like a little bit of glitters in them. I love these. I use these pretty much every day for one and done looks for work. Like bronzer in the crease, this on the lid, or I get like a few shadows from a palette and just put a look together. I love those Super Shocks, and so many people love the Super Shocks. This is a classic, okay? This was, I think, the first thing that ColourPop ever came out with, and it's always been a hit till today. Like, people love these Super Shocks. They're on the creamy side, but they dry down to more of like a powder finish. I have so many colors of these, and I could see myself buying more. Like, I think these are so fun, but I mean, I have an excessive amount. I don't really need any more, but these get a lot of love, surprisingly. For like singles, I tend to ignore them, but these little singles, I don't. They're just so easy to wear. Now going on to a cream shadow that is so good. I bought another one, and that is the About Face Matte Fluid Eye Paints. These are so good. I first bought Smoke Signal when I was trying out the brand, and I just recently picked up the black version, and I think I'm gonna get 3 more colors, which I think I might have missed out on the Black Friday sale. Hopefully they have a Cyber Monday thing going on, because I wanted to pick up some more, and a lot of times when I go to like purchase more, they're always sold out on About Face, like the colors that I want. But so many people love this, and I feel like it's getting a lot more hype now and a lot more recognition, and how good these are as like matte liquid shadows that blend out so nice on the eyes. They're so easy to use. They dry down to kind of a powder finish, and they're very easy to manipulate. They don't dry down so fast where you don't have time to blend out the shadows. I use these a lot when I'm just using like very intense like single shimmers, or I have like an all shimmer palette. These are so good to use. So I want to get like a purple one, a blue one, but these are amazing. And then I'm going to mention these liner sticks that are multi-use. You can use this in more than one way, but the Nabla Cupid's Arrow full color stylos. I actually have 2 in my cart right now at Ulta because they're on a sale, but I love these. And they came out with some like pastel and like more fun colors, because most of the range was nudie and like more like tones like this, but now they have some fun colors that I'm gonna finally get. But I have a black one, I have a blue one. I think I got this together and then I went and got some more. I have this kind of like wine color one and this like milky chocolate shade, but these are so good, so creamy. They work really well on the waterline. You can use them on the lids. You can also use these as like a shadow all over the lids and blend them out and put shadows on them. You can also use these as lip liners. I mean, they're pretty much multi-use products. So good, so creamy, and they last really well. So those are all the eye products that I'm like, I can't get enough of. I want every color if I could have in my life. Now going on to cheek products, and then we'll end with lip products. So I'm only going to mention 3 highlighters that I've bought on multiple occasions. So of course, the Kaleidos Space Age Prophecy highlighter. I did not buy these in a set. Every time like they had a sale, I would buy like a couple more, or if they did a new launch, I would add some of these highlighters in here. I have every one from the Space Age collection except for the Gifted Multi-Chrome shade and I think Moon Cruiser, which is in my cart because they're doing their Black Friday sale. And I was like, I need to complete the collection. I love these. They're so good. There's so many different shifty ones. They're beautiful on the cheeks. There's a green shifty one, which I actually don't think they have this one anymore. Laser Glazer. They have like a ready tone one, blue, peachy, a goldeny one, solar, what is this? Solar Sailor. These are beautiful, and I hope that they expand the range. Like, they need to come out with more shades. These are so good. They've only had this lineup for a long time. I mean, there's a lot of options, but I always want more. When I really love something, I want more, and more. And then the other highlighters that I've bought multiples of, and I pretty much feel like I have most of them, and I hope that they expand the range on these. These are from Nabla, and these are the Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder. I probably purchased these on 3 different occasions. I have 2 that work more as glowy blushes for me that, you know, probably could work on a deeper skin tone as a highlighter, but I love them all. I have like Privilege, I have this Truth shade, I have Amnesia, one's like a champagne, a peachy gold. Like, they're so beautiful and smooth. They just glide on the cheeks. They don't enhance texture. They're so beautiful. Like, look how beautiful that is. I don't want to swatch because I don't want to be here too long, but these I've bought multiple times. There are some shades that I don't have. I could see myself just buying them all, and I hope that Nabla does come out with more of these because they're just so beautiful on the skin. Like, you'll have a beautiful glow, but it will look so smooth and nice on the cheeks. And then the other highlighter formula that a lot of people love, this is going back to ColourPop, these Super Shock highlighters. They are so good. Some of the best highlighters I've ever tried in terms of the formula. It is a cream to powder, but they're so smooth. They have so many different color options as well. That's what I love about ColourPop. The only thing is that I hate is that they discontinue like shades quite often because they just have so much. I know that they can't keep everything on their website, but I have these 2 Super Shock cheek products right here, these little palettes that was part of the Shell collection that they did. These are gorgeous. I use these as blush toppers. It's just so smooth, and I know you've heard people talk about this. If you watch a lot of beauty YouTube, this is a also cult classic, well loved product from ColourPop because they're just so flattering on the skin. I also have this one that was from the Tinkerbell collection. This is called Happy Thoughts. This is also really beautiful, like a little nudie kind of lavender shade, but they're just so smooth, So gorgeous, and I can't get enough of these Super Shocks. I also have the ones that came from the Villains collection. These are Super Shocks pressed in like a little pan like this, but these are also really gorgeous. Some of these have a little bit extra sparkle in them. They're just beautiful. Love those. Then going on to blushes, which I could have mentioned so many different blushes, but a lot of them I bought all together. So I'm going to mention the ones that I kept going back for more. So the Buxom Wanderlust blushes, I bought these on multiple occasions. I don't think I have every shade in the range, but these are one of those satin finish, glow from within kind of blushes. They have this subtle glow that is so pretty and like just gorgeous. I love how it makes my cheeks. My favorite one is Seychelles, which is like a nudie one, but just the way that they shine is just so pretty. Some are a little bit more sheeny than others, but they have peachy ones, they have wine ones, like this beautiful like pinky mauve one. They're just so smooth and very satiny, very blendable. They have good pigmentation. Build them up, diffuse them. I just wish Buxom would expand the range of these as well. It's been a while since they added more shades to this line. This is the primer infused blushes. So many people lost their minds for these when they first came out. I don't think people mention them as much anymore because it's like an older product and they haven't really come out with new shades, but if they did, I feel like that would revive the product again and people would get interest in those blushes again because they deserve the hype and the love. Then going on to two cream products, which one is a very new formula to me, but they're good, okay? So the LYS cream blushes, these I've talked about a lot on my channel, and I have like 3 of the big ones. They're beautiful. I think I picked these up during like the sales that Sephora has, like, you know, a couple of times a year. They're creamy. They dry down to a completely matte finish. I talked about these in my blush video as well. And they have a bunch of different shades. I think they've expanded the shades a little bit. And I also went ahead and picked up the minis during the Sephora sale because these were like new colors. And I just like the option of having like minis because I never go through a blush. So I was like, yeah, I need more colors. I need every color possible out of these. I hope that maybe one day they expand to glowy cream blushes. Wouldn't that be beautiful? I think they could nail a creamy, glowy blush. Like that would be my dream come true, LYS. I'm sure you're not watching this video, but if any chance you are, bring some glowy cream blushes. That would make me so happy. Then the new formula that I want to keep buying more of these. I want to even get maybe 2 more, maybe the whole collection. I wish I had all of them, but the About Face Cheek Freak Blush Bombs. These also dry down to a powder finish. They're so emollient and easy to like blend on the cheeks, and they just melt as soon as you touch them, and you can sheer them out if you want more of a flush. You can build them up to be very pigmented, and they had so many different shades from like peachy ones to wine ones. I have these 2 that are like my favorite that are interesting colors, like this beautiful purpley lavender. I love a purpley blush. I'm so happy that this color is like trending for blushes. I feel like a lot of brands are coming out with these tones. And then this reddy one, I love a red blush as well. I also hope that they come out with like a glowy version of these because that would be amazing. But look at that beautiful red. It just makes your cheeks look flushed, like you came from like a cold day outside and you came in and your cheeks are all a little red. This gives that effect so well. So those are the only blushes I'm going to mention, because if I go and pull out more, we're going to go down a rabbit hole. We're going to be here forever talking about blushes. Now going on to lip products, and I'm only mentioning 3 because this is a very big category in my collection where I have like my favorite formulas where I bought tons of colors, but I just wanted to focus on like the ultimate faves. I'm not even going to mention the Kaleidos Cloud Lip Glaze because all of those I bought in like entire sets because I always buy the entire collection from Kaleidos, so I didn't think that really counted for this video. So I'm going to of course mention my satin liquid lipsticks from Unearthly. These are probably one of my like most favorite lip products that I use the most. There's so many different tones of these. I've talked about these. I've swatched them all out in that lip video that I did of my best lip products because they're so good. They're pretty long wearing. They wear very gracefully on the lips. They're very pigmented. They smell like banana candy, which I love. And there's all these very unique tones, and they're actually expanding the range. They're coming out with 7 new shades, and I know I'm gonna pick them all up because I have to have all of them, because this is probably like my #1 lip product besides the Kaleidos Cloud Lip Glaze. Then another product that I bought so many of is the Beaute lipsticks. I have bought these so many times. I probably did 4 different orders picking these shades up. Like, they came out with their first range, I made 2 orders, and then they came out with their second range that included like ready shades, and I made like probably 2 more orders because these are very affordable. And I think they're what, like $11 each, but they're the most creamy, satiny lipsticks that you'll ever find. I also swatched all of these out in that lip video. But do you see this beautiful sheen here? It is so stunning on the lips, and they have so many different colors. And what I also love about Beaute is all of the shades in their lineup will work on a deeper skin tone. They kept that in mind when they came out with the lip products, and I really love that because a lot of lip collections exclude deeper skin tones. They only come out with like super light shades. Now, of course, these will work on any skin tones, but they kept deeper skin tones in mind. So I think that's also a really beautiful thing about these lip products. And of course, that they're so affordable. Like, check these out if you guys haven't. They're so good. They're basically drugstore pricing. They do sales. I'm sure they'll do a Black Friday sale, and I do hope that Beaute expands more. Maybe come out with some lip liners, maybe some lip glosses, maybe even do a matte formula. I would love to see them do more. And it's been a while since they come out with any new shades. They did like their first lineup of shades, and then they came up with a second lineup, but that's all I've seen so far. So I'm waiting on this brand. I hope that they bring out more, and they're here to stay because I love those lip products. Then the last one that I want to mention is the Full Force lipsticks from Buxom. These are also very sheeny and beautiful on the lips, just like the Beaute ones. And they also have tons of shades, so many gorgeous colors. And I picked up a lot of these on 21 Days of Beauty from Ulta. I've gotten these on sale, and I love that. I mean, every time I see this on the sale, I have to pick up some more shades. But I have a bunch of these. I have more than just 2. I probably have like 6 or 7 of them because I think this formula is beautiful, pigmented, sheeny on the lips, and they just look so good, and they make my lips just look amazing. So these are another one that I'm just like, I'm so obsessed with that every time I see this, especially when they're on sale, I pick up more shades because they're just that good. Then the last one that I want to mention are lip liners that I bought multiples of. I'm not going to mention the Juvia's Place ones because I think I bought that in a set, or the ColourPop ones because they're not my ultimate favorite ones. But these from Nabla, I think I bought these on different occasions, but I think I have a 4th one. Yeah, where's the 4th one? I don't know where it is, but I have a bunch of their brownie shades, and they just expanded the range and included, I think, some pinky and red tones. I still haven't picked those up yet, but you know I'm gonna go get them. I just was waiting for their Black Friday sale to come out because they also came out with some new lipsticks, which I also love their lipsticks. But these are so creamy. They last very well on the lips, and I use these all the time. I've used these in so many videos, but they're so pigmented and they're just amazing. I'm so happy that they finally extended the range. This is probably my #1 lip liner formula, and I'm just so happy that I have more options to go pick up. But that was the one lip liner that I wanted to mention. And I'm not a huge lip liner fan. That's why I don't have that many different brands or formulas in my collection. Maybe I would find some more favorites, but for now, Nabla is doing the job, and now I can get more colors and cover a broader range of different lipsticks that I want to wear. But guys, that was all the products that I wanted to mention that I love so much that I had to buy more. These are all amazing, all well loved, and big favorites of mine. And that's how you know you really love something, if you want to have backups or you want to have more colors in that formula. But you guys will have to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What are your favorites that you've just bought multiple of, you just cannot get enough of? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoy this video, you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, you like a lot of indie makeup, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I'd love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will link all the products that I mentioned today, where you can find them. I'll link those other videos where I talked about my top and like like every makeup category will be there for you guys. I will also link my face makeup that I am wearing as well as my eye makeup. I did film this already. This was from my Shop My Stash video, which is already up. I'll link that below. I'll put it up in the corner. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. I will also have my contact and my social media platforms. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_Beauty. And I do post a lot of different content there as well. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really, really love that. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, for being here, hanging out with me, and spending some time out of your day. I really, really appreciate it. But I just hope you're all doing well wherever you are in the world. And I'm just sending you all so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.